Okay, 1993, good luck. So we've not played before, no head-to-head score. Only 116 games reported, but 7.5, 8,000 games overall. It goes d4. What do I want to do? Let's go knight f6, probably d5 or e6 and then d5. But it is rapid, this one, isn't it? So we don't need to go too quick. What do I do here? I'm just going to develop in castle. Okay. I expect bishop back, see what he does. That's what he does. Let's go c6. Pawn forward. I'm going to go b6 as well. That might give us bishop up here. Threaten to capture. Let's go right up and see what he does. If he takes, I'll take the bishop. He's got b3, of course, a very simple holding move if he wants it. Otherwise, I'm just going to try and get the knight up. Maybe the rook across. Push the pawn at some point. Maybe sack a pawn. Allow this sort of idea just to open things up. Let's just see how he plays it. He has indeed gone for b3. So I'm looking at knight out wide to trade this bishop. Even if you go back, we can take. Knight in, takes, queen takes. I don't see any compensation for that. Knight up is the other common sense move here. Completes our minor piece development, and it helps to challenge this. He might do that anyway. Again, this idea. He might go really aggressive. Let's see what he does. Just remember that my pawn now is not guarded, so if he takes, see, this pawn is loose, so got to be a bit careful now because my bishop's not guarded either. Okay. I'm still looking at knight across. Do I want to do that? Is my bishop loose here? If he takes and I take his bishop, what if he ignores it and takes here? I guess I just take the knight and I'm fine, right? So that looks all right. So c5 a move as well. I'm going to play c5. Just try and really fully challenge the center. It's relatively symmetrical now, but not identical. It takes. We've got options. Probably the knight, but we've got options. We'll just have to think about it. Oh, he has taken the pawn, so he's gone for this trade. I assume he'll take the bishop back rather than this and this here. I assume he'll take the bishop back in somewhere. And then maybe knight takes, I was thinking. My other knight guards this pawn. But he gets maybe some center control with this, so let's see how it pans out. Is he looking at going for a sacrifice? Takes. I mean, he could go check even and then take back. That would be 3 pawns for a piece, wouldn't it? He could do that. Whereas if he takes the knight, I've got time to drop my bishop back. But he could go takes. Say takes back and then take the bishop here, and then maybe castle queenside. He's taking it with the knight. Okay. I don't think I want to take with a pawn and break my structure, so I think I want to take with the knight here. Then if he goes here, I've got the option to take back. It does concede centre ground though. But it keeps my kingside pawn structure intact, and same for our opponent. Again, takes, we've got multiple ways we can take back. I like the idea of the queen. It gets the queen developed and we guard this pawn as well. So I'm going to go with the queen and leave the knight here. If down, I might have to spend a move coming back. Now here, we get a chance to trade an outer pawn for a centre pawn. So as a concept, that should be good. So I'm going to take that. Then maybe start activating the rooks. But there's no obvious way to break through. Our opponent can obviously match the rooks as well, though there is a potential hit to a pawn further down the line. I expect one of the knights will take, threatening to jump in. And maybe rook across. I guess if the knight jumps in, the pawn is loose, so we might need to move a queen. Let's just see. I'm expecting one of the knights will take back. Now we need to start coming up with some sort of plan. I'm just waiting for my opponent to move, and then I'll do some thinking on my own time, just trying to clear my mind. Okay, so I've done what I expected. So rook across, knight in is a move, but I think it would allow queen up with a double attack on the knight. The rook across is my preferred candidate move. If knight in to attack the queen and the pawn, queen up we double attack the knight. If the knight moves, we take the queen. So I think rook across is a move. He can move his queen, and then we can maybe develop a knight or something, but it looks like a good move to me. Oh, my opponent's left the game. You have to wait over a minute. Oh, is this a suspicious opponent? Is he disconnecting and reconnecting? Okay, I might have a suspicious opponent here. He's disconnected, reconnected there. But he's got a good connection. I'm using the stylus extension to hide this dot, and it's working intermittently. Now I've turned it on, it won't turn back off again. There's something not quite right with it. So that's why you don't see the dot most of the time. I'm just using the stylus extension to hide it, but now I've turned it on, it's not turning back off like it should. There's something slightly wrong. But I suspect I've got a suspicious opponent. Now he's disconnected and reconnected to the game. That's... shouldn't happen, and it has. Let's see if he does that anymore. Yeah, the stylus extension was updated a few days ago. Something seems to be not quite working for it. I'm turning it off and back on. And it's staying there now, which it shouldn't do. Okay, I'm just going to develop. Yeah, my highlight squares have changed as well. It's not working. Can I refresh the screen? Oh, I've just blundered it, not paying attention. Yeah, because I'm suspicious of my opponent. I think there's something wrong with my opponent here. No, I don't think I'm going to play this game. There's something wrong with our opponent. The way he left the game and came back, there's something not right. Oops, I didn't mean to go there. Let's refresh the screen. No, it's not working. The stylus extension is not working now. Yeah, I'm not going to play this opponent. Let's get him reported. Well, let's do a very, very quick review of this game here. This is the final position. See, it's been through the analyzer. There were the move ties for both players. It looks very unusual, our opponent at the very start of the game like that as well. That's the actual position, 97% versus 76%, but I'm not really obviously going to review the game in the way that we would do with all of the other games here. There's not really too much point. I'm just highlighting the fact that the account has actually now been banned for violating the terms of service on lichess. You can see it was a 4-year-old account, 8,100 games played at the time we played. The account was banned a week later, and it got up to 8,362 games. So it's too many games for us to be entitled to a rating refund. Were they actually banned for this specific game? Were they not playing fair in this game? Was it other games? Were they banned for some other technical reasons that violate the terms of service? Who knows? That's between lichess and the account. But the account has been banned since, so it is what it is.